When I was watching some of these videos and footages, and I had a closer look at them, one particular footage caught my attention, and that is this one. You can see in this footage that this guy, he is standing way behind her. Now that is very atypical for Harry to do so, because normally wherever they go, they come very, very close. They cling to each other a lot of the time. At least Harry would be very close to Meghan, but in this photo, what I don't understand is why he would have to stay that far away from this crowd, because I mean, this is an emotional moment, looks like. She was giving her a hug, Meghan Markle, and this lady was also, looks like, involved in consoling her, and you can see she was touching her. So this is a very emotional moment, there is no doubt about that, by looking at this photo. And Harry normally is very, very, I mean, at least in public, sympathetic to people. We have seen him hugging, touching, shaking hands with people voluntarily. Even before they would extend their hand or offer a hug, he would do that on camera. I'm talking about on camera. Behind camera, I do not know. So that is what Harry is, or who Harry is. But in this case, we see an anomaly. We don't see Harry taking the initiative to even bother coming close to this particular woman, talking to her, or tell her a few things, because we know that he works, or he used to work, for the Better Up company as a chief impact officer, and in that his role is actually to communicate with people, talk to them, understand them, and train them as a coach. That's what I understand from that role, the job description. So if you're coming from that kind of background, then you should be really coming close to these people, especially when they're distressed or emotional, need a hug, something like that. But again, we don't see that is happening with Harry. I'm wearing my gloves because it's very bright outside, and I think it looks cool on me. Let me know if you think it is cool, or you are bothered by it. I will take it off. If you don't like it, let me know in the comment section. So this is what really caught my attention, that Harry was standing far away from Meghan Markle. Now take a look at this next one. Then we'll be talking about the separation of Meghan and Harry after the New York event. Somebody posted this saying that Chelsea Davy, I don't believe this is story, but possible with Meghan Markle, how she behaves, being a stalker and being a rude person and invading others' privacy. This is possible. So basically, people are saying that Chelsea Davy, when she wakes up in the middle of the night or something happens, she checks her Instagram, IG, then she finds out that somebody poked her or liked a status she posted, and lo and behold, it was none other than Meghan Markle, and it was accidental. This time it was accidental. So she posted something in 2016 on Instagram, and she checked, and she got a notification that Meghan liked her post, and then she unliked it. But if you unlike after you like something on social media, you still get a notification that somebody liked it, even though you unliked it later on, but it will still show. I would not be surprised if Meghan is stalking Chelsea Davy, because this is something very common for her. She stalks Catherine, Princess of Wales. Obviously, most of the time she uses her own squad. Sometimes she will use a pseudonym, like what is that? Random item, something like that. So she'll use like fake names, and then she will go and stalk Catherine, keeping her anonymity. So this is again possible. Another thing that I find very, very bizarre is this. Well, it's not really bizarre, but when you touch your nose that many times, especially after you make a statement or try to make a point, and you touch right away, or you claim something and you touch your nose, it's okay, no problem. We all do that. But when you do it excessively, the way Meghan was doing. She was always touching her nose or her head, something like this. She'll be drooling sometimes. She'll be like, oh, this and that. Very animated. But she gave off a lot of clues into what was happening inside of her. And what was happening was desperation, nervousness, because of the lies. Because of the lies. She was lying one after another. She couldn't help herself. This is how you get those reflex reactions sometimes when you lie. After you lie, you go like, okay, I don't know how people will react. She was embarrassing herself. Well, all the time she was sitting there, it was such an embarrassment for herself. Maybe she did not realize it. She worships herself, and she believes that nobody can present themselves better than her in any stage on the public platform. But we know that this is a sign of a person who is absolutely cringe, nervous, and a liar. Now, the reason I said Harry and Meghan, they perhaps went their own separate own ways after the New York trip, is because of the scheduling. Because take a look at the first picture one more time. So here you see Harry is disinterested. He's detached from Meghan Markle. From this one picture, we can understand, or we can gain a lot of understanding into what was happening behind closed doors between Meghan and Harry. He was away from her, and then you have Harry snuck in an under the radar visit to Brooklyn during his New York City trip with Meghan Markle. The only question I have is, was Meghan with Harry when he snuck in an under radar visit in Brooklyn, or was she not there with him? That's the only question I'm asking. But regardless, when Meghan said that, look, I'm going to be going back, I cannot wait to go back to California because Archie, I don't want to miss him losing his one tooth. I am so looking forward to going back. When she said that, it should trigger as if she was really in a rush. Especially as a mother, she would want to go back as soon as she could, and that's exactly what she said. I want to go back. That's okay, no problem. But then the next thing you see them doing is going to this place, that place. Harry popping up in different places. My understanding is that if we believe what Meghan said about Archie's tooth, that she would want to go back, if we believe that story, that would mean, and if we believe this story that Harry was popping up in different places, then the only way we can conclude this whole scenario is by saying that Harry and Meghan, they left New York City separately on a separate trip. That's what I can conclude. Of course, we do not have any photo of them landing together in California. But if you do have, let me know. If you do have any other information confirming that no, they actually went back to California together, let me know. But my understanding is that they did not. Most of the time, and in a lot of the events where they will go together and they will leave separately. And a lot of YouTubers, they have reported on this. Sometimes they will say that they were fighting over things. Other times they will say no, they just left because they couldn't stand each other. So let me know again. Now I want to actually play this video from Lady C, where she talked about Archie's tooth. Let's take a listen.
She's teasing. Meghan's a tease. Meghan's actually a very good tease. How do you think she got Harry so quickly hooked? Tease in many ways, yes. But she certainly is a tease. And she then dropped the announcement that she was going to have to rush back to California because Archie is much more advanced than his first cousin Louis. And since Louis that day was celebrating his 7th birthday, and Louis was all over the papers with his charming gap tooth snap, Meghan had to make the point that Archie Prince Archie Bunker, Sussex, is much more advanced than Louis. Louis is losing his teeth at 7. Archie is about to lose his first tooth at 5. Now we need to remember that Archie has been always the most advanced child possible, because do you remember Archie's first word was crocodile? And Archie also asked that his great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, give him a waffle maker so he could make waffles.
It is so bizarre what Meghan talks about when it comes to Archie and Lily. Things that sometimes doesn't make any sense whatsoever. We see them, clothed in a very bizarre way. Sometimes they were, for example, Lily was seen wearing socks in summer, and that was in California. I believe that happened in 2023. Then you have different hair color. Then you have Archie's height, his growth, and all those things. And then all of a sudden, the first thing he loves, Archie, Meghan said, was crocodile, according to Lady C, if I have understood it correctly. For a 3-4 year, boy or a child actually, loving a crocodile, the first thing he loves a crocodile is something bizarre, because how he would even know this is a croc? I don't know. At that age, falling in love with a crocodile, I don't know. How can even he can figure it all out that this is a croc, this is an animal? But anyway, that's what Meghan says. All the bizarre, strange stuff that we have to tolerate actually from her. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about my assessment. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe and join my channel.